motion. As long as I'm free, I appreciate just breathing air.
Mm.
Step in the snow. I posted a video of me just stepping in snow. Like, damn, y'all get to step in the snow.
It's something that we always ask everybody that come up on the show, man, that been to the penal system, and I'm quite sure I know, ain't no doubt in my mind that you done seen both of these from, letting me know about the things that you've been, the violence you've been involved with in jail.
What you talking about?
But I'm gonna ask you what I ask everybody about that lock and sock and that knife.
Oh, that John, I knew it was something.
Yeah, I mean, that's my favorite, my John, because I be wanting to give people a clear understanding of what, if you got to go to jail, you might as well know what you got coming, or stop the bullshit and leave whatever, go get your ass a job, man. I'm telling you, boy, you gonna be sitting in there like, yo, I was just watching Slim and them up there and this nigga told me about this. Why wait? When you go do it now? But about that lock and sock, right? I'm gonna give you a scenario. You know you always, it's easy for me to give you the scenario too. Hey Slim,
you want?
No, I don't want one.
A real one.
No, I don't want one. But I'm gonna give you this. So you in jail, you having beef with a dude, right? And you said you seen how that knife do damage and that lock and sock do damage. You having beef with a dude, you might squash it. You might squash it with him, like, all right, well, you go watch TV, whatever. Dude, he really still feels some type of way and he's creeping up behind you. Now, you don't know he's creeping behind you. You probably, distracted by something, but you watch the TV. Now, he can either hit you with a lock and a sock or he can stab you. Which one would you rather him use if he had to get off on you?
Stab me.
Why you say you don't want that lock and sock?
Stab me.
That lock dangerous like that? It's because in other words, you telling me that lock might be more.
I got stabbed in the back of my neck 3 times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that stab, first of all, in jail, a lot of people be thinking this D's super sharp. I had some shit. But everybody don't got some shit. You feel me?
Exactly.
What I mean by some shit is a really good knife that'll kill you. You know what I'm saying? Stab me, bro, because at the end of the day, that lock, man, you get hit with that lock, you gonna be dizzy. And you might not have a chance to recover.
No, it'd be funny because when dudes be because the only dudes that been in jail a long time, as far as such of us how we did time and been around real shit, and not even a long time, been around real life shit.
Yeah.
Like the shit that we try to tell them to deter them where they don't have to go in prison. Seen that lock, I came on a mission with a homie one time to send somebody up top, and he started using it on him, and I was in there like, it gave me, I'm looking at him like, Twiz, we ain't come in here for that. And he just was blacked out, and bull was on the ground. It was fracturing, and everywhere it hit, it did. And I'm like, it made me look at life different. Like, damn, everywhere that joint landed, it was like mouth open, and it wasn't even bleed. It was like everything looked like a baby mouth. He had like 8 mouths on his face.
Yeah, that's just
that was open, and that's bad, man.
We laugh, but it's serious, man.
Like you'll have to probably get put underneath one another because a lot of dudes be having little sassy attitudes out here and go to jail. You can't have no sassy attitude around grown ass men, some men.
Yo, niggas be in their feelings.
Come on, man. Niggas out here really be acting prettier than they female.
People in jail do that too, though.
But they get knocked out.
I had sullies that was like, I had to literally tell niggas, hey, bro, I don't care about nothing you talk. Only thing I care about feelings I care about is my girl and my kids. Niggas be acting like female. Damn, you ain't speak to me today. Damn, bro, why you ain't do this? Or why you ain't, like, you on something? Like, it's the same thing, but it's on 10 in jail. Niggas think it's haters out here, man. It ain't even that many haters out here. In jail, it's all haters. Anytime you get some motion, they telling on you. And it be the niggas you think that's tough, that you think is gangsters, be talking to them CEOs and telling because you got motion. He's selling drugs. I had my celly, he had a good ass hiding spot where to put his drugs at. But my celly was an idiot, an old idiot. Nigga was like damn near 40, but he was dumb. And I ran everything. We was getting all the money upstate. You see what I'm saying? Selling the food, selling the eats. He had the deuce and he had the subs. Long story short, I kept telling him to stop showing niggas where he put his shit at. And he particularly showed this one person that we thought was gangster. And somehow, some way, the nigga get ran down on. And he get booked. Now he in the hole for 45 and he get transferred to another jail and he about to get slapped on his parole and he thought he was gonna go home in 6.
Mm. Mm, 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 mm.
Gotta get transferred to the feds too.
Mm.
But they not letting you go within that 4-year period, and then you go and do that 2 in the feds. You about to max out.
Yeah, because you get kicked out of jail, they gonna hit you.
Smack you in your head for a year and get into anything. They gonna do he maxing out that 6. I ain't telling. I ain't want to hurt his feelings. You know? But yeah, you gonna do that 6 and then they gonna send you to the feds and do 2 and you already 37, 38. I'm saying, so it's like,
Yeah, man, it ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it, man. Like, again, I say jail, you know, it taught me a lot of qualities. It taught me how to be a man. Like I said, I was coming to jail since I was a kid, man. I've been coming to jail, and I'm embarrassed by that. I grew up in jail. I didn't have no GED when I went to jail. I got that in jail. I ain't have certain type of diplomas and certain type of work aspects. I got that in jail. I wasn't washing my ass. I learned how to wash my ass right in jail. And I'm sad to say it, but I'm telling you some real shit. But it's like, I grew up in there, man. And I had an old head before I went to jail. I was on the streets one day. I was a young boy. I probably was like 9, 10 or whatever. And I'm just out there running around. I'm in the crib with him and I was thinking. He was like, yo, you need to go ahead and do like 18 months up Cornwall Heights or something like that. And I used to look at it like that. Oh, wait, what you talking about? But he was a jailhouse boy. He was old. He's like 18. And I'm like, man, he's like, that'll give you a little discipline. And this was when I was a kid. This was like 88, 89. So I'm like, damn. A lot of people take jail as a school, a different type of school, but we're trying to get through to these people to not be on. You don't have to go to this school to learn. You don't have to go to prison to learn how to conduct yourself as a man. It's okay to get you a job. You don't have to be out there with the homies sitting on the corner. Yeah, man, you gonna get a girl by going to school, having you a job. You might get a girl faster than that nowadays than standing on the corner. What you think? What you think, Slim?
I think you gonna get them by having a job. Because
they know you ain't going nowhere.
No, let me tell you something. I could buy what the fuck I want. I don't gotta worry about no money. When you a hustler, you gotta worry about if your money. I know my brother is a hustler. And he might have 50 grand in his pocket one day. And next year he might have 20. And the next year he might have 30. It's too much of a, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather have good credit and a job. And then I'll figure out the hustle on the side. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know that when you go to that store, I could buy you something and I could keep buying you shit because I'm always gonna have money. And then you join a union, then now you really set because anytime you can't never really not have a job when you in a union.
You can never really not have a job. You got to be employed. I love that. You're going to be employed.
Because when you get fired, they're gonna put you on a list and say, yo, he ain't got no job. We're gonna put him on out of work. They might give you small construction jobs, and now you're learning the trade.
Yeah.
You might get a bigger job.
Exactly.
I'm in the union. You know what I'm saying? So I would rather much so. I'm not sitting on no blocks. I don't want to have to crack. And then, you know, some people don't know themselves. When you know yourself, you a lot better off, and jail teaches you how to know yourself. When you know you a crash out at heart, and I'm really gonna crash. Like, I just know I'm gonna crash.
Right.
You might want to put yourself in a situation where you ain't gonna crash, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I do. Like, I'm a crash. I know it. I'm not even gonna think twice about it until the consequences come. And the part of life I am now, I'm not taking no consequences. You know what I'm saying? Because
I feel that, bro. I feel that, bro.
Bro, that shit might have you to the point where you like, I'm not going back. My man did that. He shot it out with the police. He's not going back to jail, bro. So I'm not gonna put myself in a situation where I gotta do no crazy shit like that. You feel me? Like, I'm just cool. But when you know yourself, you know not to put yourself on no block. Because if somebody try you on that block and you shoot them and you kill them, now you gotta go to jail or you gotta shoot it out with the police. You might not die when they shoot you back, and now you in jail and you shot it out with the police, and that nigga probably ain't died, and now you shot at the police. You ain't never going home. That's the situation. I seen this shit, bro.
That's the situation.
My man, my right-hand man, my man Ricky. Free Ricky. That's my dog. That's the only nigga I walked up state with and was in that, like, I'm talking about everywhere. You don't see Ricky unless you see me. We was workout junkies. That's all we did. And I'm going home and I'm complaining, but I didn't feel comfortable complaining to my man because my man got 15 to 30. He been locked up since he was 19. He 36 right now. They won't let him go, bro. Because he was shooting it out with the police. Me and him got the same sign. We Aries babies. You feel me? Nigga told me, he said, my mindset was that when I went to jail, the first time I said, I'm not going back to jail. That's not what's happening. And he shot it out with the police. Now, every time he go up to see parole, what you think they doing?
Yeah, they hit, huh?
They blast him every time he go up, huh, man?
And he keep rumbling with the COs. He's a crash out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it hurt me because it's like, you know, he could call me for whatever, but don't nobody give a fuck about that, bro. He already figured out how to make money in jail. I figured out how to, I didn't need nobody after doing years in jail. By the time I was 3 years and I went upstate, I figured out how to make money. I don't need no money. I'm sending money home. My man sending money home. He buying all types of designer from jail. So him calling me is like, only thing he gonna hear from me is talk about freedom. He don't even want to talk to me for real. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it hurt me to see my homie, like, knowing that that's like my best friend and I gotta leave him in jail and I gotta go home. Feel me? Like, that's fucked up. And the fact that he up to see parole, and then guess what? He just got into a rumble and he was chilling, bro. He's a demon. He did 7 years in the hole. Went back and did another 6. This is him. He's a demon. He was chilling the whole time so he could see parole. Niggas is burning him for money. I'm paying tabs to make sure my man don't crash on you. He chilling the whole time. And then he was supposed to see parole in June. What is it? May? What is it, May?
What, right now?
March.
It's March right now.
It's March, April, May. 3 months he had seen. I don't even keep track of time, but 3 months he had seen parole. When it was time for him to see parole, a nigga burnt him for 800. The cash app got sent to the wrong nigga, and whoop-de-whoop, whatever the fuck happened, the nigga wasn't trying to pay him back, knowing he got to see parole. He crashed out on a nigga. Now, you just was rumbling COs. You got your original case was shooting at a cop, and now you rumble somebody again. When he went to parole, they said to him, like, you are a very violent individual. They brung up cases from when he was 19.
Is they wrong? Is they wrong?
I think I'm violent. You violent. He violent. We all violent. But do that mean that he deserved to be in jail for that long? The nigga was chilling. If he got enough common sense to chill, I'm not saying that he won't. That's my man. I'm gonna back him. I'm backing his play. But I'm not saying he won't come out here and act crazy. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I feel like he should have a chance to leave. He was 19. He's 36, 37 years old now. Let that man go, bro. But they not gonna let him go. And that's just the fact. They're gonna max him out that 30 if they can. And they can.
And they in there really doing it to people, ain't they?
They maxing niggas out.
People to see they don't shit.
You think because you got 15 or 30, you going home in 15 or 30? You think you going home 15 years?
Yeah, that's what they think. I be hearing them say, man, I probably do 17, at least 17.
And the craziest thing about it, even talking about the young boys, FS the Bender, I don't know them, you know what I'm saying, to even speak their name, but I'm just going to say it like this. He could come home, or, my bad, he could go to jail, and 20 years later, nobody goes to jail and be like, fuck it, this is what it is. Niggas, as soon as the first day, nigga, you evaluating what you did and why the fuck you did that shit, and I could have been out of there. The next week, you thinking about that shit. The next year, you like, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody in jail want to come home.
Everybody want to come home, and everybody going to think, because we human beings, unless you're mentally retarded or mentally ill, you're going to understand that what you did, you didn't have to do. And you didn't have to live that life, and you should have did this. It's like if you touch a stove and it's hot, I shouldn't have touched the stove. You feel me? So in 20 years, a nigga going to sit up and he going to think, and he going to be a different person, possibly. And that nigga is still going to be looked at as the same person, and they not going to let you go if you get life. They don't give a fuck unless you get something that's in your case where you can finagle. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that shit for real. Like,
Ooh, you done walked